I'm an English and Humanities teacher, but I've also been a leading teacher for the last 10 years.
I'm the Performing Arts teacher at Warringah Park Special School.
We're the co-principals at Sussex Heights Primary School.
I'm Jo, I'm an electrical trade teacher.
I teach Year 2-3.
And I'm an English language teacher.
I teach the engineering students.
I'm the Gordon TAFE.
I teach health and German.
I am an early childhood teacher.
I'm in my union because it offers a lot of support. It also enables us to work through issues within the school, and yeah, it's a great group and friendship that we have.
I'm in the union because it's been good for, especially with the TAFE cuts that we've had, so that's been helpful to have them in there batting for us to keep us in our jobs. But they also go in and negotiate our wages and stuff. If something does go wrong, you're not on your own, you don't have to fight things on your own. It's just a safety net, I suppose.
My employer made me redundant, and the union was able to step in, take charge of the situation and look at it from a legal stance, which I didn't understand, and I was able to retain my job and continue working where I love. I'm so passionate about what I do, I'm good at what I do, and it means everything to me.
As teachers, our role is quite diverse. Particularly as a TAFE teacher, it involves enrolment, marketing. We don't have enough time to prepare our lessons and teach like we used to. Being part of the union gives teachers collectively more power when they want to remove too much administration roles and actually do their job and teach.
I was thinking, why am I a union member when I was driving home last night? Equal treatment for everyone, regardless of who you are, where you come from. And I think that's why I work in public schools, because I passionately believe in that. And I think it's really important to remember great working conditions for teachers translates into fantastic opportunities for students.
Through the union, teachers can work together to advocate for our students. Without the union, teachers coming together to campaign for Gonski wouldn't have been possible. That's something we can't do as individuals.
One of the things the union is doing for us at the moment is really driving the campaign for us to keep the 15 hours of preschool. It's so important for us teachers to have the children there for 15 hours for their school readiness development.
Really, if you look through history, there's so many things that unions have actually done, and particularly for women. We now have parental leave, which we didn't have before. There's more of a focus on that work-life balance and making sure, technically, that we're meant to work a 38-hour week.
We have the right to have our jobs protected for us for 7 years when we go to start a family. Women technically won pay parity back in the 60s, but we all know that because of family and personal commitments, working life can be tough for women.
Even though we work in a women-dominated profession, we are outnumbered by men in regards to the leadership. So principals, I think the statistics are about 70-30%. So plenty more men in leadership positions.
Attending the Flexible Workplace Options Seminar at the AEU, we really realised that we could have it all. So it didn't have to be either our career or our family life, but we could have a combination of both.
And we didn't need to compromise.
And we didn't need to compromise.
The union has a program called the WILD program, which is Women in Leadership Development program. It's a fantastic program ran from the union. So you go in there for a couple of days and learn about various issues that women face in education, but also in other workplaces, and from a very much a trade union perspective.
Welcome to the 2014 Federal Women's Conference.
It was such a great and vibrant atmosphere. There were so many women from all different areas of teaching.
I hope that you're equally inspired to fight for the causes that do matter to our gender and to our education communities.
Before I started the WILD program and before I attended the conference, I think that, like a lot of people, I lacked a little bit of self-confidence. I would see other people taking on leadership positions and running with things and thinking I could never do that. So I guess in a sense the conference and the WILD program offered me a mentorship where someone was there to hold my hand and guide me through and give me that confidence to take those next steps into leadership. I soon found myself being able to speak up a little bit more at meetings. Being the AEU rep as well, I feel a little bit more confident communicating with other people, and it really invigorated that sense in me that we are this big collective group that can really make a difference.
I'm excited that we're breaking down the barriers for women in particular in leadership. Just because we have a male-dominated leadership doesn't mean that we need to continue that, and it doesn't mean that it has to be that way. Leadership can look different. That was one thing that I really took strongly away from that. And I learnt that I can be a leader with my personality and the way I am now.
What's great about the union movement is that attitude that if something's not right, we don't need to just sit back and accept it, we can do something to change it.